Greetings, traveler.
We're playing Beast, Murloc Naga, Pirate Quillbore. And we got Murazons. You don't see a ton of Murazons, but definitely a great content hero. So probably something I want to pick myself. Interesting shop here, because you do have a decent turn 2 if you stay, because you have the lasso combined with the 2-1. So you get 2 units. So it's guaranteed 4 units on turn 3. Excuse me. However, because we already have gold here, I think it's perfectly fine to just take the busker, the normal line here. Man, this is a fun lobby for early tier 1 shenanigans. This is like a really good Rafam or Maiev lobby or something, I would say. Because man, if you had a good hero power here to stay on tier 1, it would have been fantastic turns. Great shop here. Normally you would play the lasso, but because he has the extra money, he can just pick up the scout and get the ones he wants. He's thinking about freezing the lasso probably, because he can sell the scout and buy it. But there's tier 1 garbage in his shop, so it's not great. So not gonna go for it. Alright, so unfortunately he did not find a chef or something. That's really what you're looking for in this spot. If you get chef's choice, you can level, sell the scout, chef. Gives you a really solid turn 4. Now he is going to take 8 from a Morchi before she's had the time warp. So there's both the time warp heroes are in here. Okay, so he sells a scout here because he needs to stabilize. You have the Murgleton buffs. Hooktail is usually the pick, but I think you do want the tempo. Wow, okay, he gets the... Damn. I thought he was going to buy maybe a Murloc or so, but yeah, he's just going to hope to not lose here. That 5/5 is very, very good at not losing, though. But it's not going to die in time. So we're going to lose out on 1 minion here. Yeah, it's okay. He's not taking the full amount. These are the tricky turns, right? Because you don't want to take full damage, but you also don't want to buy trash. So XQN's play there was essentially to level to 4 anyway, and then try to get something useful with his gambler. He's looking at the foodie in the shop. I would say it could be anything here, honestly. None of them are horrible. Trip Vouchers is a little slow for the position he's in. Typewriter is the default one, I would say, because that's going to help you stabilize more. And I think Token does a similar thing. Looking at the Token for now instead of the Typewriter. Okay. So we're going to end up with that just to... Ooh. He has Hot Air Surveyor and Foodie here if he wants to. He's going to go Cosmic. What's the last spell that he cast? Over to Cosmic? Harbinger? Coin. Wow. Okay. If he doesn't take damage here, that's great. But then again, taking Foodie with Hot Air Surveyor, it's just +8/+8. It's not that good. But this is going to be a very, very interesting game because he is going below cap very early. Well, he's not really below cap. He's on 17. Okay. If he can use this position, right? If he can use what he has here to stay above 17, it's okay. Does he want to make a 6 out of the Harbinger? No, he's going to roll for 6 and then trade his money. The horse is very, very good though. He has back-to-back too. Ooh. I don't think you evolve then, right? I mean, you evolve on your board maybe, but I think you trade your money for the horse. You say you ooh, he's gonna evolve that one still? I guess he still wants Belinda. There. I like going horse plus back-to-back on it though, this turn. So I'm not sure if this matters all too much, this 6-drop. So I think what I would have done was I might have evolved that Murloc on my board. But, there's a big but. If he evolves a 6, he could get Belinda, right? That's sort of the point. So it might be better to just evolve the shop and try to get the Belinda that way. He froze it, so might be interested in just putting Ring Bearer on his board to stabilize. Yeah, the big horse is exactly what he needs. And this is why XQN is so good, right? He had a very shaky start, but he was not intimidated by that. He's still level to 4 when he should, and he level to 5 when he should. And he found good cards to stabilize, and now he has a chance. Whereas if you take a lot of damage early and you're on a low tier, now you don't have a chance. He's looking at Chameleon. Very, very strong option. Ooh, he could use the evolve into Belinda. Looking at the 7 drops for the egg. But I like going for the 30-30 as well for tempo. Because he can throw that on a Murloc on the board, and then we'll have a 6 drop. We can get Belinda already. Rogers for money? Kind of happy with that. I mean, it's not Belinda, but I'll take money. Still buying the Ring Bearer. Still good enough. Ooh, okay. Looking for a Drakari now. I mean, we're not evolving horse, right? Let's just check it for Belinda, I guess. Oh, that's smart. He's going to evolve the glow scale, but he's going to sneak the shield before he does so. And then he's going to freeze the glow scale to do it again next turn. But maybe that glow scale he will keep permanently. Not sure. And then, yeah, get the overconfidence in there. I like that. I like that a lot. This egg you have to play. That is very good, that observation. You, because we have the egg of the end times now, right? And that egg you have to hold in your hand. So it's easy to mess up. This golden egg, if he keeps it on the board for 2 turns, it's going to turn into a golden 7 drop. So they're very, very fun. Oh man, we got Giga Cleaved. I think our horse still carries though, right? Yeah. We had shield on that horse too. Man, that horse did a lot of work. Good job, horse. Might even call it a workhorse. Kappa. I'll be here all week, chat. Wonderful jokes. Yeah, I'm still very impressed. Like, this is really textbook, right, on how to recover. Like, you can't curl up into a ball. Like, you will just lose anyway. Faceless Manipulator for copy your golden 7 drop, or find a triple Harbinger and copy that. That's also very good with a back-to-back. That's it. You're going to the glue factory. Yeah, he does like another glow scale. I don't think we evolved this one though, right? Yeah. Yeah, still looking for that Belinda. Still interesting that he ended up going with token instead of the typewriter. We can see though, like, he's looking for 6s. I'm more than happy to reply to questions after the game, guys. But whenever I'm casting a game, it's just a little bit weird to talk a lot of off-topic stuff in between. Yeah, he's still gonna just sit on... oh, if he gets spell power for the back-to-back, it's okay, but... Yeah, he's really fishing for 6s there. Oh, he finds it last second. I guess you sell your Ring Bearer then? And you end on Drakari and Glow Scale, because I kind of like not having to buy this Glow Scale again every turn, yeah. Then we just buy banana, because why not? Any banana pickers? Nope. Yeah, he doesn't do that, huh? And then pling pling, back to back. All right, so he's getting 4 now. Rogers for a little bit of money. Drakari's perfect. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what he's looking for. That board is surprisingly strong though. He has the Maelstrom. But we have a horse. That horse, man, horse with Divine Shield is so good. This is also what I like about XQN, is that he's just able to like look at what is presented and go with whatever is strong. Like, he's not pigeonholed into a comp that is a very specific board, right? Because most of the time when you play back-to-back, you don't just keep a glow skill on your board. But because he got the horse early and he tried to stabilize with it and successfully did so. Ooh, wait. We can have double Golden Kodo back-to-back, but he already has the horse to buff. He's also looking at Future Fin, and he has Drakari already. Oh, wait, he can buff it first and then copy it, of course. Yeah, of course you do that. I was gonna say like, oh, he has a, oh, and then he has the coral too. Wait, we're doing a big pivot here, aren't we? So now he has to hold a card in his hand. He has to throw all the back-to-backs on the Future Fin, then copy it. And then the problem, right, is that, ooh, Scout, yeah, that's great. The problem now is that the second Future Fin won't grow. Because normally, if you have 2 Future Fins, you use one Future Fin above the other Future Fin. But you can't do that because the Faceless needs to come on the board to target the Future Fin. Yeah, he has to buff first. 4 back-to-back. That's still very good. I wonder... No, Kodo's not better than right now. Future Fin's much better. Sells the horse. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh, because he needs board space. Oh, bro. That's so ruthless. But yeah, I mean, what else are you going to sell? Coral is better. You're not selling any of the others. Oh. Yeah, use the horse as long as it made sense. And he's already got a 1300 health scout. Yeah, picking up the scout also just good. I don't do it enough to just say, hey, it's a 1-drop, but it's kind of the perfect 1-drop for the situation here. I need a thing in my hand. Yeah. So what does he need from here? I guess every coral he hits from now is just another huge minion on the board. Hitting Belinda is fantastic. That is interesting, but my god, board space. Mein Gott, board space. So he's staying on this tier. Ooh, I guess we're looking for Belinda still. But if he hits Belinda, what does he even sell? Spell power and then hold the other Drukhari. Come on. We're definitely a double Drukhari gamer here, right? Yeah. He's playing Forager. You can just hold that in your hand, right? You don't have to play it. I like holding it because it's always going to buff the leftmost. So you're not at risk of losing anything. He's buffing his coral once to play around shenanigans, I guess. That makes sense. He's not afraid of switching comms. And the thing is, he was not really a comp, right? He was back-to-back, and he's still back-to-back, so he didn't really switch comps, but he switched how he uses the back-to-back, if that makes sense. The horse was the target, and then when he got the Future Fin, he just sold out of the horse because the Future Fin is now a better target. And he just quickly analyzed his board, and he said, well, if I'm going to want to summon the scout, which I do because it's a 1300 health minion, then I'm going to need a board space. I have 7 minions right now. Am I selling one of my Future Fins? No. Am I selling one of my Harbingers? No. Am I selling my Drukhari? No. Am I selling my Coral? No. Okay, the horse has to go. That's basically how he does that. But he just does that very quickly. So it's impressive, right? He just like runs through the options very, very fast. Leroy being near the front is amazing for us. This is a golden, wow. This is a lot of APM, but not a lot of stats, right? This is golden Skipper, which is no longer in the game, right? So this is a pre-patch review. But whenever we have really cool games, I don't mind, you know, not going on the new patch right away. I would rather review this game from the old patch than never review it at all. How often do you see someone getting a golden egg and a faceless, right? It's just... And then also having back-to-back so you can buff the Future Fin is just... Yeah. Oh my god. Well, another Carl's good, but that Belinda just keeps evading us. Yeah, he's just staying on tier 5 because he needs board space, which means he has to golden this Harbinger. And finding golden Drukhari is still insane. Ooh, damage cap is off, yeah. He's gonna sell a Harbinger then to play a Coral, right? Yeah, he's been trying to hit this Harbinger so he doesn't have to sell it. I think we're gonna have to... Oh, he can sell both for Leroy. This is why XQN is just so good. I keep talking about it. He does what needs to be done most of the time. So I'd be surprised if he's not going to sell out of a Harbinger here. But at the same time, I would love for him to be a little irresponsible. What are we doing? We holding? Full greed? The thing is, he's on 17 and a lot of his board is bad. He's really, really analyzing how strong the other guy could be. Yeah, that's fair. Buying that Beetle spell, I think, blocks your scout, so that sucks. Also, he already played his back-to-back, so wouldn't get it. Alright. Time for greed. He rarely does it, right? And it just doesn't make sense. The risk-reward ratio there is so bad. Because what do you risk? You risk going 4th. Because your opponent could easily buy a few scam units, which he did, by the way. There's a Cobra, there's the guy... Well... Look at exactly this, right? Imagine if he doesn't have the extra scout. And also, the upside of keeping the Harbinger is more back-to-back, which means it's more stats. But he probably already has enough stats that he's going to win. So, it's just it's well done. It's a good calculation. Which makes us think right now, what is he going for? I guess Golden Drukhari is still fun. Rolling Belinda is still fun, but you kind of just sell her straight away. I can't really fit Bran. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Are we holding Diremuck another round? Because he can play Diremuck and get even stronger, but then he has to sell. The small Future Fin honestly could get sold. I can see selling small Future Fin for Diremuck here. I actually like that. Because I don't think that small Future Fin actually does that much anymore. The other guy is several times bigger and stats are not the problem. So Diremuck gives us an additional big minion on the board. Let's see what he does, but that's where I'm leaning right now. I'm leaning selling this, you know, small Future Fin to play Diremuck to summon another scout. Just thinking about it, but looks like he's gonna not do it. Alright, so this is probably him just looking at the situation and saying, I don't think the opponent's big enough or has enough scam units. I don't think it makes that much sense, but maybe he just has a really, really good read that there's no way you buy scam units with this board. And if the opponent has 0 scam, then he probably never wins because our board is just massive. We got, what, 11,000 health or something? It's a lot. Yeah. He is just really, really big. Yeah, we're watching XQN. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, these guys just tank forever. Man, that was some really, really nice decision making this game. Because he was in a lot of trouble early on, right? But he did not succumb to the pressure. Still leveled to 3 when he needed to. Still leveled to 4 when he needed to. Just took the damage and then figured out a way to not lose. Finally found Belinda. She's only going to be on board for 1 turn, huh? He's checking whether he needs Sindore. He actually got 3 back-to-backs because his Dracari is golden, yeah. So many stats. Yeah, small Future Fin out. Play Belinda. He could play Cleave and spread the stats slightly. It's not fun, but you might be better off doing that. Because you are all-inning, right? So if you buy the Cleave and buff it twice or so, then you could sell... Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. Yeah, I think at least 1 buff on the Cleave. Let's see how big it is. I'm fine keeping it that big, honestly. Okay, whatever. Then sell Belinda, sell Harbinger. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Okay, he's just not going to care. Well, I guess if you sell Harbinger, it doesn't really work, right? You have no extra turn. He's on 9. We're too healthy, yeah. Okay, I get it. It's not about the opponent's health, it's about our health. I'm trying to figure out why he wouldn't go all in here. And I think the answer is, I'm on 22. So if I keep my back-to-back, I can react to something my opponent does. Whereas if I sell the Harbinger, I get 0 back-to-backs. And I cannot buff anything else. So if my opponent somehow has a crazy, crazy scam board and he beats me, he's very, very unlikely to kill me because I have Cleave, I have the Diremuck for the extra body, so I'm not that easy to scam. And if you're not that easy to scam, scam is not going to deal more than 20 damage to you, right? At least in almost all cases. So now he has the ability to maybe buff a second Cleave or something. The Pirate is kind of interesting too. The Cleave being a bit bigger is not bad, but where's the rest of the buffs going? Okay, he's actually still just happy to buff there. Interesting. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. Alright, time to sell that. Okay, so he's gonna start with the Venom to kill the Taunted Brand, to then hopefully not cleave the Leroy. Or even if he cleaves the Leroy, it's okay, because it gets rid of his basically the problem, right? The cleave does nothing, because we have so much health that we don't care about getting cleaved on those big units. Alright, did a really great job here. It's just so wonderful to watch him navigate these, like... Because I lose in this situation sometimes, right? Not always, right? I definitely have my moments, but This was a proper scam board, so if you don't start playing around it early enough, you can actually end up losing. All right, GG's. Well done, XQN.